Just a robot.
I feel as if though I do too many videos on feminist, so today I'm going to do a video on a MGTOW. Now I'm not going to talk about sexy MGTOW, mainly because I think he's overdone. So instead I'm going to talk about top dollar MGTOW Gangster.
MGTOW Gangster.
First, for a little context of what's going on. MGTOW Gangster did a video on Teal Deer because Teal Deer did, what did he do again? Oh yeah, like a whole 2 videos on MGTOWs. And a little over a month later, Teal Deer did a response video to Top Dollar MGTOW. And this video I'm going to do a commentary on now is MGTOW Gangster's response to Teal Deer's video. If you're still a little confused, I'll leave a link down below to Teal Deer's response video. I highly recommend watching it before you watch my video. With that being said, let's get on with the commentary.
Greetings, Mafia.
Wow, that's a bad microphone. I know that my robot voice is not the most pleasant thing to listen to, but at the very least it's something new. Having a bad microphone is nothing special. I suggest you get yourself a U37 microphone. You can get one for about $70.
It's been 2 months since I posted my first video about Teal Deer, making fun of him for being, just a hypocrite and a bully who goes after other MGTOW channels backed up by his cavalcade of trolls.
Oh boy, you're one of those people who think if anyone disagrees with you, they're a troll. Listen, buddy, a troll is just someone trying to get a reaction out of you, and if you give them that reaction, you kind of already lost.
And I was pretty sure he's too busy jerking off at the sound of his own voice while sitting in his ivory tower, but then all of a sudden my channel was invaded by his trolls, basically saying how he pwned my ass, how it's the ultimate pwnage, of a MGTOW Gangster. So I went on his channel to see what's up, and lo and behold, there it was, the response video. Took him long enough, but he responded just the same, and it's over half an hour long, so I take it as a compliment, in a way. Unfortunately, it's in half an hour of pure boredom, and I would probably fall asleep right in the middle of it if this video wasn't about yours truly, so.
Hold on a second. Earlier in the video you said,
and I was pretty sure he's too busy jerking off at the sound of his own voice,
but now you're saying,
and I would probably fall asleep right in the middle of it if this video wasn't about yours truly.
So you're saying that Teal Deer has a massive ego, but then you turn around and show everybody your massive ego. Do you see how you're being a hypocrite? No, of course you don't.
Without further ado, let's take a look at this ultimate pwnage. Shall we?
Teal Deer, this is what happens when a conspiracy theorist becomes an ideologue.
Holy shit, did you just hit self-destruct button? Because that was a perfect example of self-pwnage within the first 5 seconds of your own fucking video. Number 1, I never made a video about conspiracies, whether it's 9/11 or aliens or Illuminatis, whatever. Not one single video about it.
Okay, just because you don't believe in the Illuminati or the other stuff, doesn't mean you're not a conspiracy nut. Teal Deer quite nicely explained how you're a conspiracy nut in a clip you conveniently don't show in your video. But don't worry, I have it right here.
This is what I mean about this narcissistic, paranoid delusion. You seem to think that you know everything that I'm doing and that I'm some omnipotent, omniscient being who knows everything that's happening everywhere at all times, and that therefore when I don't do something or when I do something, it's part of some grand conspiracy. Tell me, do you also happen to think that jet fuel can't melt steel beams?
You also think Teal Deer is a woman, and that's just ridiculous. Tell me, do you also think I Hate Everything is a woman?
You can go through my catalog, and I challenge you to find just one. So you just pulled that argument straight out of your ass just so you can stir a shitpot. Number 2, when the fuck did MGTOW became an ideology? Did I miss the fucking memo? Men going their own way means exactly what it says. It's cut and dry.
You see, while most MGTOWs don't treat it like an ideology, there are some, like you, who do treat it like an ideology.
I'm a deer. I care nothing for your inferior human standards.
Well, pardon me all over. So you think you're talking deer?
Oh my god, you're an idiot. Teal Deer does not think he's a deer any more than I think I'm a robot. It's just a YouTube persona.
But seriously, is this what your fanboys are referring to as the ultimate ponage?
You do realize that you edited out most of his video, right? Also, you don't even respond to half his points.
Oh, please, but you're so alpha.
Okay, so what you're saying is I should feel bad about myself because I'm not a virgin like you. Well, guilty as charged, Bambi.
Oh my god, he's clearly being sarcastic. I'm a robot, and even I can tell.
Now, in this next segment, he responds to my allegations of him being a hypocrite and full of shit for saying that he's only technically a MGTOW. And I called him out on that because you can either be a man going his own way or a man not going his own way. There's no middle ground here. There's no gray area.
I often say if you're not a feminist, then you're a bigot. I mean, there is nothing in between. It's like being pregnant. You either are pregnant or you're not. What else is there?
My god, you truly are the male equivalent of a feminist.
So I asked him a simple question, are you MGTOW or not? So let's hear how he handles a very simple, cut and dry question. Shall we?
Well, it's really quite simple. I am MGTOW in the most technical sense of the word. Someone who outright rejects the concept of marriage and thinks that it's something that either needs to be abolished from society entirely or severely reformed, but leaning considerably more towards outright abolition, because I don't believe that the state should have any right to interfere in someone's private relationship, outside of the obvious things such as cases of domestic violence. But then that's an issue that would be applied to violence across the board regardless of its circumstance. And beyond that, I strive for as deeper understanding of the human condition as much as possible, in regards to the overarching facets of the entirety of human nature, and then even further into the biological facets of male nature and female nature.
Till there, it's so obvious that you are desperately trying to bullshit your way out of a corner. I ask you a very simple yes or no question, and you were all over the place.
He gave you a legit answer. You asked him a question, and he answered it. I really hate it when people use the whole answer yes or no thing, because if you answer yes or no, they'll jump in the air and scream out, "Aha!" But if you try to answer it in a different way, their panties will get in a bundle and they'll complain about it.
Going in circles, beating around the fucking bush, using the same tactics and arguments that feminists do when they're back against the wall. And then you wonder why some people think you're a woman.
You're literally the only person I have ever heard call him a woman.
You sent me the link to this video in a private message. Now, you would have thought that if I come to your channel so regularly to keep an eye on you because I am so terrified of you, that I would have found this video on my own. But no, you had to fucking beg for my attention.
That first PM contains nothing more than a link to my video.
Sending someone the link to your video is pretty desperate.
Now afterwards we went back and forth and I was constantly kicking your ass, and I'm gonna post our entire discussion in a description box to this video because unlike you, I've got nothing to hide and I'm not a pussy.
Little did you know you actually provided more proof against yourself. Let's read a little bit, shall we? So I heard you closed your comment section like a scared little bitch. Guess we know who can't take what they dish out. The rest of Teal Deer's comment is more of the same, but let's take a look at the MGTOW's response, shall we? You're a pussy-ass troll! Informed you correctly, bitch! And here are the reasons! Reason 1, I knew it's gonna piss you all off! Reason number 2, since I'm not gonna take videos down! Hold on a second. Didn't you take this video down and re-upload it? You and the rest of those idiots in your silly lynch mob will have to resort to flagging!
But hey, now that I've responded to your video, you get to play the victim card again, like the little bitch that you are.
Basically, you're accusing me of being attention whore because, according to your logic, the only reason I made that video about you, making fun of you, is because I'm trying to get more subs by calling out bigger channels.
What? How? How are those two things related in any way?
Because all of your fucking videos, every fucking single one of them, are about someone else.
So? That's what his channel's about. That's what my channel's about. What's your point?
You made a name for yourself here on YouTube by going after big feminist and small MGTOW channels. And that's all you're doing, motherfucker. That's all you're doing. So, who's the attention whore now?
Hold on a second. In an earlier video, you said he was ass-kissing big channels. But now you're saying he goes after them? You're not making any sense, man!
And the final sweep of your narcissistic delusion. Like you're some sort of mafia boss controlling everything who has all the power everywhere.
Asshole, it's a gimmick!
It may be a gimmick, but you certainly have a very, very big ego.
Despite the fact that in reality you are a total nobody that no one gives a fuck about.
Well, if that's true, why did you make 2 videos about Angry MGTOW, aka MGTOW United, and why did you make video about Sexy MGTOW? Plus, on top of all that, you had a discussion about Sexy MGTOW with Stardust.
Because they're idiots, and it's fun to laugh at them.
These guys never draw first blood. They never said a fucking thing about you before you attacked them. And then when Angry MGTOW made a response video, you sent your trolls to bully the shit out of him. Not only in the comments section, but you false flagged his videos.
Citation needed. I've been wanting to say that for so long.
I mean, if you was truly the big and almighty as you like to think you are, you won't even bother responding to my fucking video. You will just shrug that shit off your shoulder and move on.
Teal Deer has stated that he doesn't care what someone's sub count is. If he finds a video that he thinks is worth debunking, he'll debunk it.
Teal Deer, I'm so glad I'm not you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god.
You're narcissistic cult leader. And that's all you MRA cocksuckers are. A wannabe cult leaders with huge egos and small brains. Your YouTube career is the only career you ever have. You know it, and I know it.
I pretty much know nothing about Teal Deer's personal life, but I'm pretty sure he has a job other than YouTube.
More and more people will call you out on your bullshit. So, get yourself more trolls. You're gonna need them.
MGTOW Gangster, you truly are the male equivalent of a feminist. So what do you guys think? Do you want me to keep doing videos on MGTOWs? Or do you think one is enough? Tell me in the comments section down below. And next time, we're gonna tackle T-Boss Moss Productions' response video to me.